Yes, I understand the power of AI. We have this thing called AI, and this is the disruptive technology. I understand it. But if you want to build an online business, what you need to do is focus on building a personal brand. Building a personal brand, having intellectual property. The thing is, people engage with personal brands. Your story is unique. Everything about you is unique. And the thing is, so it's very powerful if you know what you're doing now. So if you're building an online business, the thing you have to understand is that what's going to drive your online business is content creation. That can be a YouTube channel, that could be a blog, or maybe you just build your business with email. Like, for example, Ben Settle, he builds his business with email. His thing is email copywriting, telling stories, pitching his offers. He's into trading as well. His whole entire business model is build an email list, send offers to this email list, but you have to send offers that people actually want to buy. His whole business is around email, building email lists, sending engaging emails to his list of subscribers, and selling offers and selling targeted offers, offers that his subscriber base actually wants to buy and consume. So there's a lot of power in building a personal brand and creating content, whether that's on YouTube or maybe you have a blog or maybe you have a podcast and creating content. That's kind of the thing that's going to drive your business because the internet, the whole entire internet runs on content. That's what Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and all these social media sites want. They want your content. That's what's going to keep them in business because if you don't have content, then people are not going to go onto your platform and they're not going to click on ads, and the companies that are running ads are not going to want to give these platforms money because there's no users, so on and so forth. So you understand kind of how that game works. But there's a lot of there's power in creating content and really good content. It can't be crappy content. It needs to be good content. This content needs to be entertaining. It needs to educate people. It needs to be useful content that people can use and apply and get results with. And the thing is, with content creation, it takes a lot of time. It could take years before you start to really gain some traction, but I think it's worth it because with content, what you're doing is you're building brand, but you're creating engagement, and you can generate traffic and you can generate leads if you know how to create content the right way. Now, my main way to create content is with a blog. I'm in the software engineering niche, and there's a few other niches I'm kind of passionate about. I'm really passionate about sports cards as well. So I have a YouTube channel that's dedicated to that, just everything about sports cards. So there's different niches and verticals that I've been in, but it's pretty powerful. And the thing is, you need to create good, engaging content because if you don't, people are not going to stick around. So there's so many different avenues you can take. You can start a podcast, you can start a blog, you can grow a YouTube channel. So there's so many different avenues that you can take. I like blogging, I like to write, I like YouTube as well. I'm on YouTube a lot too. So the thing is, when you create content, a big part of it is like documenting your journey. That works, and telling stories. And the thing is, once you create content, you got to know how to promote it, especially with a blog. If you have a blog and you're publishing content on your blog, you got to know how to promote those blog posts if you want to get some visibility. If you want people to see those blog posts, it's not as simple as just okay, I got a blog post and now I'm gonna submit this blog post to all these different social media sites. You gotta you gotta build backlinks and you gotta get the pages on your blog to rank because that's how you generate traffic. You get those pages on your blog to rank on the first page of Google, which is focus on Google. That's how you're going to get traffic. And when you get traffic, you can make sales, you can generate leads, but you got to have traffic. You got to have eyeballs on your offers. You got to people have to know that you exist. So that's how it works with blogging. You got to rank. That's the secret. Yeah, referral traffic, you'll get some traffic from referral traffic, but mainly you want to get really good traffic to your blog. You got to get those pages on your blog to rank on the first page of Google, not the second page, not the third page, the first page of Bing, the first page of Google, the first page of all the major search engines, but basically Google. Just focus on Google, and you're good. And it's not enough to create good content that is engaging and useful and entertaining. You got to build backlinks. You got to get other websites, other webmasters to link to you, because that's a form of social proof. That's telling Google, yes, there's other people out there that recommend your website, not just you yourself. Because you're going to brag about yourself. Oh yeah, I have great content, this and that, so on and so forth. Most people don't do that if they're professional, but you know, you need social proof. You need other webmasters saying that you have a good website, that this is a good website to visit. This is a resource. Your blog should be considered a resource at the end of the day. So yeah, so the thing is, at the end of the day, it's all about building brand, creating content that's useful, that's engaging, but entertains people, that educates people. And if you can do that, you can build a business. And yeah, that's just kind of how it works. Content is kind of what drives the business, because that's what creates engagement. When you create content that's useful, people will stick around. They'll be around. And the thing is, they might not buy from you. They might just be lurking. They're just consuming your content. They might not be buying anything, but you're creating this engagement. When they're around your business, it's sort of like, think of like content as sort of like a loss leader. So they have, like, say you're like Safeway. So Safeway, they have loss leaders. They have products that they sell that they lose money on, or they're not profiting. But if they can pull you in, so like if they can pull you into their business, so for example, in a sale, they have a sale. The sale pulls you in. Maybe they're losing money on that sale, but the sale pulls you in. Now you're in their place of business, and now they have a chance to get business from you because you're in the store, you're looking around, you're looking for good deals. You're there like Black Friday. You're there to get the good deal, but then there's other products that you might want to buy, and now they're making money. They're trying to get you to buy the products that they profit on. So that's kind of how it is with content. It's sort of like a loss leader. You're creating a lot of content. You're not getting anything out of it, but you are eventually, if you keep doing it and if you're consistent, and they stick around, and they're around your business, and now you have all these different your own offers. You got affiliate offers, whatever, that are just there. Then eventually they click on one of those, they buy something, you make a commission, or they buy your consulting and your coaching from you. Or if you have a YouTube channel, maybe if that's monetized, now you're making money on all your videos, on your views. So there's a lot that goes into it, but creating content is pretty cool if you know what you're doing. And it just works. It'll get you results, but you have to create good content, and you got to be consistent, and it could take some time, and you got to just have patience. Patience is a virtue. So yes, in the age of AI, building a personal brand can be very, very powerful if you do it the right way, and if you know what you're doing. Because, and the thing is, okay, another thing we'll talk about is YouTube. Here's the thing: AI. People are using AI to create content. Okay, so yeah, here's the thing you have to understand: if you create YouTube videos using AI, and it's not like a talking head video, and you're just creating videos using AI. Here's the thing: your videos might not get monetized. Your channel might be monetized, and those videos are demonetized because you're using AI to create these videos. YouTube is not. They don't like content that's generated with AI. I mean, if it's good content, okay, but they just don't like it because there's nothing unique about it. Everybody's doing the same thing, using the same AI tools, ChatGPT, Gemini, to create content, and you're not getting uniqueness. And the search engines, they like uniqueness. How do you create uniqueness? You, your own personal brand, your own backstory, your own experiences that you're talking about on your YouTube videos, and on your with your blogs and stuff, so on and so forth. So hope you like this video. I don't want to keep going on a rant, but it's not really a rant, but I'm just trying to educate people, help people. But this is Tom Ratcliffe. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and I will talk to you later.